No, I'm just all I need is just
Good evening and welcome. This is Audrey playing her dulcimer.
Thank you all. Is this a hot mic too? Okay. I may sing a little something too, but I just want to introduce the dulcimer. So in the audience, raise your hand if, yeah, either one. I think this one, I'll scooch this one up. Just by a show of hands, raise your hand if you know, if you've ever seen a dulcimer before. Many of you, yes? Yeah? Some of you not so much? No? A dulcimer is...
Everybody has.
Everybody has, I'm sure.
It was right there.
Yeah, well now you have seen one. It's a really special instrument to me. It is something that is just near and dear to my heart, and it's very simple to play, and it's fun, and it has these vibrations that kind of travel through your legs while you're playing, so I can see why it's lasted a long time in the mountains of Appalachia, where it has a lot of its roots. But the roots go way back to Germany, and we can talk about that later. I love the history of this instrument as well, but I'll just jump right in with some tunes. This is one I really like. It's called Groundhog. It's a song. It's about 180 years old. Anybody here got that birthday? It's an old song. Groundhog is, let's see, back in the day, they would eat groundhog. They would use the skin. They would use every part of the groundhog, and it was part of dinner sometimes. And they used the skin of the groundhog to make shoestrings, and made a great shoestring, and they would cover banjos with it. So one of the songs that came out of the middle of let's see, about 150 to 180 years ago is called Groundhog. So here we go. Well, shoulder up your gun and whistle up your dog. Shoulder up your gun and whistle up your dog. Off to the woods for to catch a groundhog. Oh, groundhog. Well, you eat up the meat and you save the hide. Meat and you save the hide. The best darn shoestring ever was tied. Oh, groundhog. Sometimes there'd be someone playing the fiddle or someone playing the, banjo along on the porch. Well, run here, Sally, with a 10-foot pole. Sally with a 10-foot pole, twist that whistle pig out of his hole. Oh, groundhog, well, look out, boys, I'm a-going wild. Look out, boys, I'm a-going wild. Gonna eat that hog before it starts to boil. Oh, groundhog. Well, here comes Sally with a snicker and a grin. Here comes Sally with a snicker and a grin. Groundhog gravy all over her chin. Oh, groundhog. Well, the meat's in the cupboard, butter's in the churn. Meat's in the cupboard, butter's in the churn. If that ain't groundhog, I'll be darned. Oh, groundhog. Thank you. It's one of those songs that can go on for about 20 minutes when you play it and you break and you pass it to the banjo player and they pick a little, and you pass it to the fiddle player and they pick a little. And so that's Groundhog. How about that? Anybody ever tried groundhog meat? Jason in the back. I'm not surprised. Yeah, I have not. I have tried goat before, which was interesting.
Don't look at me.
No, I'm not looking. So anyhow, so the dulcimer is very similar to a guitar. It's kind of the cousin. It's like a sister, a cousin. You've got sisters, cousins, aunts, brothers, grandmothers. So it's in the strings family, and you can count the number of strings on any stringed instrument by just counting the what? The tuners. So this instrument has 1, 2, 3, 4 strings. Some dulcimers have 3, some have 5. A lot have 4. Most have 4. 2 are up here tuned to the same, so it gives a stronger melody. So, yeah. There's another song I like to sing. It's a Celtic song. It's called Botany Bay, but I don't know if that is if that song title has multiple tunes, but this one is by Kate Rusby, and I'd like to sing it for you now. Let's see, excuse me just a minute. There once was a sailor, a young man in Britain. Da-dee-dum-dee, da-dee-dum-dee. The nights were once sleepless, the peace I would pray. Carry me home to the sea. Da-dee-dum-dee, oh, da-dee-dum-dee. Drift away, sailor boys on the deep sea. Worry no more, for you're safe now with me. Rest in my arms, my sweet melody. One night as I stood on the deck in the rain, da-dee-dum-dee, da-dee-dum-dee, I heard a sweet voice and she's singing my name. Carry me home to the sea. Da-dee-dum-dee, oh, da-dee-dum-dee. Drift away, sailor boys on the deep sea. Worry no more, for you're safe with me. Rest in my arms, my sweet melody. Thank you. Like most bluegrass and Appalachia dulcimer type songs, they have Celtic origins and they can have 11 verses. So I'm kind of commuting this opening act to just a few of these things. Thank you. And I'll do one more, because a good opening act is just kind of a 3-song warm-up, and then we'll stand and stretch maybe. And I would invite any of you during the set break, if there are 2 sets coming up, to come and I'll show you how simple it is. As you can see, it's just 1 finger down. And they come left-handed as well, and left-handed. If anybody knows some folksy stuff, that's 8 More Miles of Louisville, a personal favorite. But, all right. All right, now let me think. Just one more. Uno más. I haven't
Hey,
written any.
Audrey, there's a water table right there if you want to keep your drink on. Okay.
You thought of everything. This is just the most beautiful scene. Can't wait to shop in a little bit. Gillian Welch fans? Yes! Y'all are my tribe! Oh my gosh, I'm a super fan. And so I noodled this one out recently, and I hope you like it. A long time ago, I left my home for a job in the Fugees. I sent my wages to my home, seems to be. And I left my wages to my home, said we'd soon be together for the next good crop. Pay my way and I will come home forever. One more time to show for my day. One more dollar light on my way. When I reach those hills, boys, I'll never falls. At the bunkhouse door, there's a freeze on the branches. So when the dice came out at the bar downtown, I rolled and I took my chances. One more dime to show on my day, and one more dollar, and I'm on my way. When I reach those hills, boys, I'll never roam. Just one more dollar, boys, I'm going home. Thank you so much for inviting me, and I can't wait to, just answer your questions about the dulcimer. So Q&A later or something.
Oh, the Q&A.
Okay, Q&A.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where did you get this dulcimer?
So my first dulcimer was a cardboard dulcimer. It was made from a recycled side of a refrigerator box, and I built it myself with the help of a buddy I met up in Asheville after I moved up there in 1997. I went to a contra dance. It was just sort of a take myself out of the box, take myself out and get out and do stuff. And here's this guy with these cardboard dulcimers from Rochester, New York. But he just, anyway, so we really just hit it off. And I was passionate about recycling, and he was passionate about it, and music. And so it was just like, that's good. So I learned everything there was to know about cardboard. And I had cardboard dulcimers for many, many years. And I found this on Craigslist about a year ago up in Asheville for a very reasonable price. And this is my first wooden dulcimer. So I'm still getting used to it because it's been at my brother's house for since I got it, because for his young ones to learn on. So thank you for I'm kind of breaking her in tonight. But this is my first wooden dulcimer, and I got her from Craigslist in Asheville, which is kind of a for sale online site. Yeah. Yes.
Didn't Cindy Lauper sign one of yours?
Well, that is true. Phoenix knows a true story. I learned that Cindy Lauper plays the dulcimer, and I maybe I've seen a video of her play time after time or something, and I thought, wow, I really like her. She plays the dulcimer. I kind of make dulcimers. How can I? So I learned she was coming to South Carolina to the Greenville Peace Center, and I just simply learned about her foundation, which is called the True Colors Fund, and she set up a house, a big, a home, a safe place for LGBT youth who've been maybe kicked out of their families, just like needing to finish high school and get employment. She set that up in Brooklyn, and I thought, why not put a dulcimer in the lobby, in the sort of lounge common area of this house, and that was sort of my impetus of it. That I would build one for this space that she made. And I reached out to her. I just emailed the management. I'm like, here's me. Here's my idea. What do you think? Oh, this sounds great. Da 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 da. And I said, well, and we aligned that she was going to be in Greenville, and I lived here, and so I was gifted some VIP sort of green room passes, and I did. I got to meet her, build her dulcimer, and give it to her. And I had on the front part of the dulcimer painted the True Colors kind of logo kind of thing. And so that was a really special moment of my life. Thank you for bringing that up. She's a super idol of mine, and she was very cute and sweet. I'm a tall lady, and she's not a tall. She doesn't have to be a tall woman. And she, Audrey, thank you so much. She has that Brooklyn accent, and it was a really fun moment and experience. And for being in her 60s, she performed this amazing show with, just incredible energy. I don't know where she gets it from, but when you're born with it, you're born with it. And, so yeah, I did get to meet Cindy Lauper and build her dulcimer. That's a true story. Any other questions? Yes.
Is it easy to play that?
It is really easy. Watch, I'm gonna play it with my eyes closed, because if you count the frets, if you think of it like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can simply play by number. So I'm gonna just play by number. Mary Had a Little Lamb. 5, say 4, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, 4, 4, 4. So even very young humans that can identify their numbers or not, because once you just hear it, you may not even have to identify it by number. And I'm sure you can kind of imagine the possibilities. I give you the dulcimer, and I'll give you my theory of why the dulcimer is not as popular as the guitar. So Martin guitars were able to get their advertisement in the Sears catalog back in the late 20s. And when the Sears catalog got around to everybody across everywhere, they were able to ship them across the country quicker, but dulcimers didn't really get that. And so they kind of remained isolated in the the sacred areas of the mountains. That's my theory, because it's so much easier to play than a guitar. Everybody who's played a guitar knows it hurts and it's hard, and it's a lot of as much as it is joyful, it can be frustrating. Especially the F chord. So yeah. But the dulcimer is extremely easy to play. You only take one finger, kind of extend it, and if you have, say my grandpa, when he was in the war, he lost his finger, part of his finger, so he just has a finger kind of like that. So I made him a stick like this out of a dowel, and they call this a noter because you could make notes with it. So oh, McDonald had a phone. So that's pretty easy, right? Yeah. Thank you all so very much. And now for the main event.